Let's take up hybridization of elements involving d orbitals. The first type is Sp2 hybridization. The shape is square planar. Here one d orbital, especially x square minus y square, which is on x-axis and y-axis, is involved in this hybridization, along with 1s and 2p orbitals. And this is DsP2 hybridization is possible in complex compounds. Two examples are given here. NiCN4 times 2 minus is the charge, and PtCl4 2 minus is the charge. And these complexes you will be studying in class 12th. Trigonal bipyramidal shape is there in Sp3 hybridization, or Sp3d hybridization will be having a trigonal bipyramidal shape. Here 1s and 3p and 1d orbital takes part in it. Examples are PF5 and PCl5. Now square pyramidal shape is possible when Sp3d2 hybridization and there is one lone pair of electrons. There is one s orbital, 3p orbital and 2 d orbitals. Example is BrF5. So here lone pair is must for this particular shape. If there is no lone pair of electron and hybridization is sp3d2 or d2sp3, what is the difference between these two? In sp3d2 we have 4s, 4p and 4d orbitals involved. In D2sp3 we have 3d, 4s and 4p orbitals involved. This is the difference between the two, but the shape remains same, that is octahedral. In first case 1s, 3p and 2d orbitals are involved. In second case also 2d, 1s and 3p orbitals are involved. Example is SF6, CrF6 3 minus, cobalt NS3 6 times and 3 plus is the charge. Let's take up formation of SF6 sp3d2 hybridization. Sulfur in ground state has 3s2, 3p4, that is 3px2, 3py1, 3pz1 electronic configuration. This is outer electronic configuration of sulfur. Sulfur in fully excited state will have 3s1, 3px1, 3py1, 3pz1 and d orbital also will have 2 unpaired electrons. These 6 unpaired electrons will overlap with 1 electron each of fluorine at 6 fluorine atoms. First, before forming the bonds, they will undergo hybridization, and the hybridization will be sp3d2 hybridization. And after they undergo hybridization, they will undergo bond formation, and 6 sigma bond they will form, and these sigma bond will be directed in space along the corner of octahedron. That is the reason that SF6 has octahedral shape. Now we are going to take up difference between sigma bond and pi bonds. Sigma bond is formed by end-to-end or head-on overlapping of 2 s orbitals or 2 p orbitals or 1 s and 1 p orbital along internuclear axis. Pi bond is formed by sideways or lateral overlapping of 2 parallel p orbitals. Sigma bond consists of single pair of electron cloud which is symmetrical about internuclear axis. That is mainly it is on internuclear axis. Its pi bond consists of 2 electron clouds, one is above, another is below the internuclear axis. Number 3, since the overlapping is along internuclear axis or combining axis, it is maximum overlapping and hence sigma bond is strong. And the bond energy of sigma bond is 80 kilocalories per mole. The overlapping of pi bond p orbitals is along sideways and it is only partial overlapping, hence the pi bond is weak and the energy of pi bond is only about 65 kilocalories. Fourth difference, the sigma electrons are referred to as localized, whereas pi electrons are delocalized. Why they are delocalized? Because they are held less firmly and can move easily. They can be easily polarized, attracted to either end of the molecular orbital by external charge, and hence pi electrons are also called mobile electrons. Sigma bonds are less reactive because sigma bond is stronger, Pi bonds are more reactive because pi bond is weaker and electron density is more at above and below the plane of internuclear axis. The shape of molecule is decided by sigma bond present in the molecule. Shape of molecule does not depend upon pi bond. They don't affect the shape. They do affect the hybridization. The nature of hybridization that affects the shape, but shape is given by sigma bonds. Sigma bond is formed independent of the pi bond, whereas pi bonds always exist along with the sigma bond. Another difference you can keep in mind that free rotation around sigma bond is possible. That is, if you hold one carbon atom and rotate another carbon around sigma bond, it is possible. But free rotation around pi bond is not possible. Now we are taking geometry of more molecules containing both bond pair of electrons and lone pair of electrons. If sp2 hybridization is there and there are two bonded pair and one lone pair, shape of the molecule will be V-shaped. Example is SnCl2, PbCl2 and SO2. Sp3 hybridization with 3 bond pair and 1 lone pair, the shape is trigonal pyramidal or simply pyramidal. Examples are ammonia, PH3, NF3, PF3, PCl3, trimethylamine, trimethylphosphine, sulfite arsenic chloride, antimony chloride, bismuth chloride, ClO3 minus, that is chlorate ion, XeO3. Sp3 hybridization with two bonded pair and two lone pair, shape is V-shaped molecule. Example is water, H2S, OF2, OCl2, H2SC, CH3, OCH3, ClO2 minus, ClOF, SCl2, NH2 minus. Sp3D hybridization with 4 bonded pair and 1 lone pair. We call it irregular tetrahedral or seesaw shape. Examples are SF4, SCl4, TeBr4, TeCl4, XeO2F2. Sp3D with 3 bond pair, 2 lone pair, shape is T-shaped molecule. Example is ClF3, BrF3, ICl3, IBr3, XeOF2. Sp3D hybridization with 2 bonded pair and 3 lone pair is linear. Example is XeF2, ICl2 minus, KrF2. Sp3D2 with 5 bonded pair and 1 lone pair, shape is square pyramidal. IF5, Cl5, SbF5 2 minus, XeOF4. Sp3D2 hybridization, number of bonded pair are 4, lone pair are 2, the shape is square planar. ICl4 minus, ClF4 minus, XeF4, these are square planar shape with sp3d2 hybridization having 4 bonded pair and 2 lone pair of electrons.